Most people think they need more information, more advice, more strategies, more answers. But that may be the exact problem. You live in a world where information is always available. Another video, another podcast, another book, another expert. And yet, something strange is happening. People know more than ever, consume more than ever, learn more than ever, but often execute less than ever. Years ago, information was scarce. You had to search for it, wait for it, work to find it. Knowledge had friction. Today, the opposite is true. Information is everywhere. Advice is everywhere. Opinions are everywhere. Input is endless. Every day, you consume productivity advice, business advice, health advice, life advice. And each source sounds convincing. Each expert sounds certain. Each strategy sounds powerful. Each system sounds effective. So you keep collecting. At first, it feels productive. You're learning. You're improving. You're expanding your knowledge. You're becoming informed. But eventually, something changes. You start consuming faster than you can apply. You gather more ideas than you can execute. Your mind becomes crowded, not with bad information, but with too much information. Too many possibilities, too many directions. One expert says wake up earlier. Another says sleep more. One says work harder. Another says slow down. And confusion begins. Not because information is bad, but because competing inputs create competing priorities, and competing priorities create mental friction. Most improvement comes from execution, not accumulation. Application, not collection. Practice, not consumption. But input feels productive. You watch another video, read another article, save another post, and feel progress. Yet nothing changes, because learning something and implementing something are completely different activities, and your brain knows the difference. This creates an illusion. You feel engaged, you feel busy, you feel informed, but you're standing still. Many people are drowning, not in ignorance, but in information. Not in confusion, but in excess. The problem isn't lack of knowledge, the problem is overload. Too many voices competing for the same mental space every single day. Now the hidden cost. Every new input demands attention. Every idea demands consideration. Every strategy demands evaluation. Every opinion demands processing, and processing requires energy. Soon your attention becomes divided. Part of you follows one idea, part follows another, part is evaluating alternatives, and part remains undecided. You start second-guessing yourself, not because you're incapable, but because too many voices are speaking at once inside your mind. The result is hesitation, not action. Overthinking, not progress. Consumption, instead of execution. Ironically, the more inputs you collect, the harder it becomes to hear your own judgment and trust your own experience. You become dependent on the next piece of advice, the next explanation, the next strategy, the next expert. Here's the solution. At some point, you need fewer inputs, not more. More information won't help if implementation is missing. Choose a small number of trusted principles, trusted systems, trusted sources, and stay with them. Stop treating every idea as an instruction. Not every opinion requires your attention. Not every strategy is yours. Protect your mental bandwidth, just as seriously as you protect your time, because attention is limited and clarity is valuable. Ask yourself honestly,
What if you stopped consuming for a few days and simply applied what you already know? You may discover that your next breakthrough isn't hiding in another input. It's waiting inside the knowledge you already possess. Watch next. Your brain is being conditioned for constant novelty. Because information overload doesn't begin with information. It begins with a brain trained to constantly seek something new. And that conditioning quietly shapes how you think, work, and live.